That I froze up. Here's another shot I took by me just to get another shot. These repeating circular parts, very similar to the falling flower pattern. Here's another one with the red and white striping I talk a lot about, which I think has something to do with a power source. They may have been using the old world, maybe free energy they used. So here they're associating the red and white striping with energy transmission, power transmission. Close-up shot. Looks to me like the falling fruits, the falling flowers with the arcing horns. Interesting. So this is in Dresden, and here's a depiction of the falling fruits, flowers, and their bells. Interesting. Of course, with the black everywhere. Another one, this is in Berlin. I think it's supposed to be a huge radio tower of some sort, but red and white striping. Power. Transmission. So back to the city. This was on the corner of the block I lived on for a few years. And hi, we have a door up in one of the windows. So a lot of these front entrances to these buildings are up a floor and clearly look like they're on the same floor that was just windows, and that the real entrance was beneath the ground, like here. This is a whole level down. So I just thought that was cool. Another shot. This goes down. This iron is surrounding the whole thing. Very interesting. And then down here, of course, the ornate fallen flowers, the shield, the boat. It's just built into all the buildings. Another shot. Same building. This is around the corner, so this is the main entrance. The power striping, the keystone, building next door, the black. This was in the lobby of my building, which was one of those mud flood style brownstones. So the falling, also these these beaded features are also prominent in a lot of these designs. Also, I think I took this because of the, if you've seen anything about the fireplaces and the free energy electric fireplaces, and that these pieces have something to do with that. I thought that was interesting that this was just in the lobby. This was in my apartment, and I found it interesting too. Just the so-called, what would have been a fireplace at some point, we guess what's in there. Diamonds and circles. As I keep talking about the diamonds, and that we keep seeing everywhere. Coming back to this one quick, I still just think this is really interesting. So this is like a chimney, we think, and what's on it? A diamond, and surrounding it. So whatever this diamond represents, it's very important. Another chimney with symbols on it. This one's are not diamonds, and I don't know what they are. I tried to get as close as I could. This was from the Bronx Zoo, walking around, and here we go, one of the buildings. With the symbols everywhere, the flowers, the columns, this stuff, the big shell. This was in Peekskill, New York. Just to see as you go to the different places, it's the same stuff everywhere. The falling, the columns. This was just right down the street. I just happened to be there. I look. It's a Masonic temple right there. A lot of these upstate New York towns and cities are full of all of this architecture and buildings. This one, this building is really, the art is really great. Another up here I thought was interesting. That looks like the barber symbol to me. Right there at the top of the door. Then up here, what do we find? The boat. Of course, the boat. Right there. Even this looks like the bow of a boat. Further up the building, it gets really fancy up here. And then the Masonic symbol inside the boat. So I think we can assume that they're related to each other, associated with each other, if not the same. This was in Harriman, New York. It's just a questionable story. It's apparently at the site of where the first telegraph train was telegraphed, something like that. And the story just sounds sketchy to me. And I don't know why the first thing you would telegraph is "What hath God wrought?" I mean, that to me sounds like destruction. And the flowers gave it away for me. I found the original thing that was here. It was an iron sculpture that they removed, and it was to dedicate the new version of the story. So maybe I'm wrong, and it is what it says. But just when I see the symbols, I'm thinking of the old world and the covered up history. This is also up there, Monroe, New York. Again, the same stuff.